filming me.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hello. What are we filming for this time?
Where are we going tomorrow?
We are going to a barrier island in New York. And we have a family connection there that goes back six generations. Lily is 6 generations. Great-grandfather Doggett, grandmother Doggett, father Paul, me, you, Lily. 6 generations. We almost made it to the seventh generation. But we don't make it to the 7th generation.
His room is a little less than an hour.
Cat's out. She had medicine last night. Bye, little house on Center Street. Bye, hot days in Berea. We've done this for a lot of years, 61 years. And this will be the last.
hug your sister? She's running away.
Just found it on our low tide one. Hello. Welcome to Fantasy Island. Oh, I'm ready for my nap.
Who am I? I am Sarah Stopenhagen Broomfield. I do textile art as often as I can, and I am a mother and a grandmother, and I work at a small liberal arts college in Kentucky. Partner with a lifelong partner, and I live. My metaphor for this visit is the sunset picture that I now have on my phone as a wallpaper. This visit has been to say goodbye to this place because the family is selling this house and giving it to another, hopefully to another family to enjoy for maybe 6 generations, if the ocean is kind enough to not wipe away the homes. Although I consider myself a woodland person from the Midwest, there's a little bit of East Coast Barrier Island in me too. I mean, I can be in Kentucky on a June morning and I can smell a smell of pine trees and it reminds me of being on Fire Island. So I'm not sure that I'll ever be without the memories of this place. They're so much part of me. I'm glad I've got 2 of my 3 children with me and my 1 granddaughter with me. And I'm glad I was able to see one of my sisters and my brother here, and I'll get to see one more family member, my niece and her family, before we leave. And that just helps make it special to have other family members here. That's what this place has been about. It's been about family gatherings, different relatives coming and going.
Howdy!
Okay, Fair Harbor it is.
But all they have is the chocolate
Get it.
chip crumb cake.
Get it. Chocolate chip crumb cake. That sounds pretty good.
It's kind of like a chocolate
You
chip
only get it
coffee
till
cake.
3 o'clock to get over there.
Okay. You want to go for a ride?
Cool. Are there 3 bikes? Send them.
Huh?
Margie Rose, who we hung around with the White girls when we were here. So I'm so glad she's here. I'll get to catch up with her, reunite with her. ocean's icy.
Who are you? And how does it feel to be at the beach?
On the boat it feels chilly, but here it feels pretty nice because the sun is like blazing on you. And it's the first time I've ever really been to this store because it's brand new. But I think it's exciting because this place is special. It's special to our family and it's beautiful.
It's not that much better. 2 or 3 feet. It's probably only about 6 inches, really, because, yeah, probably. You can't get the distributors calling back, so get it out here. Seems like they would be happy to sell their product, and so I'm telling him.
Make the inside just get big.
Yeah, with the high ceilings that we have, it just,
Red flesh.
I don't care for celery in there, do you?
Lily does not either, so there
Let's
you go.
not do it. Let's not do it. I can put more tomatoes in. Let me put the rest of the tomatoes in. Where's the tea?
What's this
Go
at?
to
Over
the
on the
table now.
stove.
Go to the table now. The bread's on the table.
The cheese is on the table too. if you want
Everything's
cheese
on the
it.
table. There's some. Is there any? Let me get the salad tongs. Where do you?
Oh, I think that
Oh, that'll work. Mom, is there a ranch in there?
No, I didn't see one.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry. We're about to have Entenmann's crumb cake. Their signature bakery item. Entenmann's is an old Bayshore bakery that started, I don't know when, but it had a
Marvelous historian.
Wasn't there one on Maple Avenue?
I think the family lived on Maple Avenue
Okay,
near
that's
the
what it was,
Maxwell's
yeah.
house.
Because I recognize the house.
Why is it such a thing in the family?
Well, when you taste it, you see how you like it. It's a German bakery. It has a nice almond flavor to it. So it's a nice, it's a unique pastry.
But why does it mean so much to the family?
Because we
you could
only had
only
it at Saltaire.
get it in Bayshore, New York. It
When
was
we
not
were growing up.
available anywhere else
But then,
in the country.
as capitalism
Oh, shut up.
had its way, we could buy it in Kroger's in Berea, in Richmond, Kentucky.
Yeah, I watched that
Eventually.
in my lifetime.
I
Yep.
lived in Kentucky when I was younger.
What are the knives for?
The butter.
But whatever that.
Why do we put butter on the crumb cake?
Because Grandpa said so.
Because that's what Grandpa, and Grandma Nancy did.
Good girl.
What? Can I help? We
I
got
think
butter.
Carol's getting the crumb cake.
Have you had Entenmann's crumb cake before, Lily?
I don't think so.
No, she has not.
You can't get it in Austin, Texas?
Probably. I don't know. Actually, no. I don't think I've seen Entenmann's there.
Oh, that's right. They don't have Kroger's there, do they?
No.
Because we could get it through Kroger's.
Weren't we having some trouble getting Entenmann's crumb cake while we were here?
Yes, we were. Saltaire has a new store, and it is owned independently. All the other stores locally on the island, Kismet, Fair Harbor, are owned by one family, and that family is pissed off that they didn't have the salt air market anymore. So
Here we are. This is it. Oh, let's cut.
No good.
So you're saying there's a political layer to Entenmann's crumb cake?
there apparently is at Salt Air. Entenmann's will not
I got a
answer phone calls from the store owner trying to order
Corner's the best.
crumb cake for Salt Air.
Put it down the middle. Uh-oh. Right
They must-
as I put the knife into the crumb cake.
They must know we're eating crumb cake.
They do. They do.
Who is it?
We just dug the knife in the crumb cake. May I help you? I sent Donna a picture of you, a nice picture of you getting onto the boat, a close-up that was very attractive.
Did you just eat butter?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was different. That was funny. And then I sent her a picture of you, just your head in the water, and then you coming out, and she said, "Whoever sent these, thank you." Because I haven't had her phone number, and I finally got her phone number from Sarah.
Yeah, it's okay.
And then I
Just
said,
okay.
I texted back and said, "No, I never had it. I never had hers."
What's it taste
So
like?
I texted back and I
Cinnamon?
said, "It's your sister-in-law, Carol." So then she said, I said, "Save this number."
Lemon?
She said, "Okay, gotcha." All right, Dia. I'm sorry you have to wait so long.
How is it?
Scrumdiddlyumptious.
Okay.
Do I have crumbs on my face?
No, not that I can tell.
Usually you have powdered sugar on your face when you get into crumb cake.
Do I?
Kirk Wesley, Stopenhagen. I exist. I am an environmentalist. I am a naturalist. I am a scientist. I am a question asker. I am in search of everything natural and interesting in this world. This is the longest I have been here since I was probably 20 years old. I've been here 3 weeks almost, and yeah, it seems like I just got here. So time stands still when you're here, and it's just another one of those things about it that makes it so special. Well, when I was in college, I was here for the whole summer, basically living in Bayshore most of the time. So I only lived in Salt Air about a month, and would commute to work on the ferries by ferry. I'd commute on the ferries to go to work on the ferries, and that was still kind of I was in college, and so I was on my own. But then my folks would come for the month of August, and I would revert back to the child living at home syndrome for a month, which was different, but was also a good way to transition into adulthood and begin to build a relationship with my parents as an adult too. So, and if you work backwards from that into true childhood, when we were here for the month of August every year, that was just the most special time of our lives, of our year. It was the only time truly when I had time to hang out with my dad. And so, the stories that I share with people are ones that he shared with me growing up. And, those kind of things were special. Being the youngest of the 4 kids, though, I also spent more time here by myself than my sisters did as a kid, because they were grown and they were gone. So I don't know how many miles I put on bicycles. I actually had a pedometer or odometer on my bike, so I can see how many miles I rode, and that's what I did. Between reading and riding the bike, that's what I did from probably 13 through 18.
What do you think you'll miss most?
Just the family hanging out. Having conversations like we're having right now. Having conversations like you and I had walking on the beach yesterday. Just being able to, connect with people. And again, that's something that you can do anywhere, but it's something in the air here that it's easier to do here. It's a place that our family's always done that together. So that's what I'll miss, and again, have to find a way to continue to do that somewhere else.
What are you coughing for? Are you dead?
Yeah.
It's easier for me. Much easier. For now.
And action.
And then when did you come over?
I came over as soon as I could the next day.
If there is a moment where you can find a sand underneath them. But they're kind of like 4 feet in the air. Just climb up to the top and jump down for me.
Okay, can do.
Don't knock my damn beer over, bro. I substitute bro for dude. Don't knock my beer over, dude. I see you. Excellent.
Who are you?
I'm your auntie.
What's your name?
Puddin' Ask me again, I'll tell you the same. I was telling my friends, I'm seeing this as a soul retrieval retreat. It hasn't really, I don't think, matched up to those expectations. Because I think that would have to probably be a little more of a lone venture. But being here in and of itself is partially that, especially for our family, as I'm sure you well know. You just feel it when you're coming across in the boat. There's just this understandable amongst us, but indescribable feeling when you're coming across the Great South Bay in the boat. You're seeing the lighthouse, you're taking your little pictures or whatever, and you're just anticipating your vacation. You can describe it in detail to your friends, and that's why I like to take a lot of pictures to try and show them, because they don't have much of an idea of what the island's like other than their stereotypical thoughts of the gay scene popularized by Johnny Carson many, many years ago. And people that go to the beach on the East Coast are surrounded by cars, and it's just not a barrier island experience. Things change in the lives of families and generationally, and we've had a wonderful, very privileged, very uncommon ability to be able to enjoy this place, and now financially we're not able to sustain it. It never was supposed to dig into Kirk's retirement, which it's done for a number of years. It was never envisioned to do that.
There he is with his feet up.
Oh boy. He did it. Izzy, want to take the first one and then we'll switch out? That sounds good. Come on, Space. No, everybody. Everybody. Put Lily up, maybe. There she goes.
No,
Do it.
Grab
You
onto
got a
the big
strong leg.
pole.
Big leg. Big leg
there
muscle.
you go.
You know, there's only one problem.
Turn around.
Dragging this on.
Scrunch in.
Okay, got it.
On a little styrofoam thing that had a sail on it.
Well, food there is very
And it was just so sweet to be out there moved by the wind.
This adjustable and then like that. Not adjustable. This
I want to see
adjustable.
that video.
And adjustable. Get these for free. Free sunglasses. Awesome sunglasses.
Lily, get back. It's not right there. They're docking the boat.
Another is
And it bounces off of those poles.
Working.
Oh, really?
Mine still hasn't decided.
Yours is what?
Mine still hasn't decided.
William Jacob Broomfield.
And what do you do?
I am a father, first and foremost. And see? And I am the director of Happy Hybrid Automotive, a fictitious department of Yost Automotive in Austin, Texas. Lily's a little bigger, so she's been able to ride a bike, which makes that, that's what you do here to get around, ride bikes, unless you're just going to hoof it. So that was cool, because she's been able to explore a little more easily. So, but otherwise, everything's still here. I still see familiar faces that I've seen over the years working here and so forth. So, boat captains that I've seen. In fact, our favorite boat captain, Captain Morgan, I remember her as a deckhand, and I swear I remember her from summer camp too, like as a kid, not, now she's a boat captain. So, I mean, she's definitely one of those familiar faces, which is just kind of neat that these people stick around and it's their life. So,
Better here than on the island. What was your relationship like with the beach back in the day as a kid?
I mean, relatively the same. I just was here for a longer period of time with just our grandmother. She would come out, I think, for a month before Grandpa did, because he would still be working. And she had friends that would be here, so she would hang out with them, and she would do stuff to get the house ready for family to be coming and going. Then a couple of summers, she had Laura and my cousin and I out to stay with her. And during one of the times that I was here, I went to summer camp for like a week, maybe 2 weeks, something like that. They gave us swimming lessons, and we played, I think, softball maybe, or wiffle ball. There's baseball is big in the culture here. Did arts and crafts with beachy materials and stuff like that. So, I mean, it was, still a similar vibe to me, but just an extended period of time. And I spent a lot of my time chasing the freight boat every morning, and I'd go to Kismet, and it would come in, and I'd sit there at the dock and watch people come and go and watch them unload the boat, and then it would take off. And as soon as it took off, I'd listen to the engines rev up as it took off, and then I'd hop on my bike and ride really fast to Saltaire Dock, and I could beat it, and then I would watch it dock and then unload and then turn around and go, and then I would beat it to Fair Harbor. So yeah, so once again, it was all about family, boats, swimming, and beach. I'm glad that we were able to afford to come out one more time, because it's quite expensive to get from great distances here to just hang out, especially since working class people don't have a lot of disposable income to do this kind of stuff. We're pretty lucky. We're pretty rich to be able to do this kind of stuff. So I'm thankful to have the opportunity one more time.
Who are you?
Nobody.
And what do you do?
Nothing. Because I'm nobody.
Lily.
Okay, fine. Then even tell your names to other fans. People call me Lily. Some people call me Tiger. And what I do is I have fun! Okay, good. Sweaty. Today's really hot and sweaty. I'm used to Texas heat. Texas heat is really hot and usually gives me headaches, but it's here. Being here is pretty nice. Doesn't give me headaches. I haven't had a headache in a while. Usually at school I get migraines. headaches every day. I go to the nurse a lot, but I'm okay. Me and my dad, a couple of nights ago, we saw these red sea robin. They are like flying fish, but they don't actually fly. They have wings. They're really pretty. They actually flap their wings, and they can be disguised as a real fish by tucking their wings and be like, yeah! They can go super fast. I'm here.
Any final thoughts?
Is that really someone's phone?
Yes.
Your phone is ringing.
Yes. I'm busy. Hanging out with my family on Father's Day.